Yeah, this is Sheep Hat, and all right, up next we got the Quiz Bowl. I know this is probably the most exciting part of the whole day, besides the dancing. I love you guys. You guys are great. All right, Mr. Nat's setting up here. Once we get all the teachers up here. How about a round of applause for Larry Nath? He's killing it today. So, when I'm talking about Mr. Nath, I usually don't use the word genius. Just thought I'd say that.
Said the kid with that hat on.
So Brett Bryce. All right, I'll start off by announcing the students, the killers, the Quiz Bowl team that's gonna win. All right, first up, 6'6", 250, Bunnies! She just killed a violin, but it doesn't matter, she's here to do Quiz Bowl. Jenny Hahn! The man with the thunder from down under, Suraj Sharma! And your captain, the glamorous, the fabulous, the crazy, Count Short. And appearing in his first Quiz Bowl, the craziest, the wildest, you may know him from his videos, Vince Birch. All right, now we got these teachers in here. Teachers! You guys come, oh, here we go. Mr. Oh, there he is. Mr. Cochran, Mr. Ridd, Bill Ward, Mrs. Steven, Mr. Myers. You guys might not know this, but this is Michael A. Riggs' last Quiz Bowl last year as a teacher. Round of applause for him. He's killer. He's the best. And your host. He put this all together. He's rocking a crazy suit today. Michael Birdie.
25 questions here, like a typical Quiz Bowl match. We have our champion varsity team, Indiana County Academic League champions, 5 years running. Beating Homer Center in the playoffs in the championship game against the teachers. Okay, 25 questions, and here we go. After this man's death, he was dragged around the walls of Troy 3 times for 1 point.
Hector.
Correct. The lower part of this layer contains triatomic molecules that absorb ultraviolet light.
Ozone layer.
Incorrect. Its lower boundary is the tropopause, and the mesosphere lies above it. For 1 point, name this layer of the atmosphere that includes... Correct. This figure fought to cut the expenditures of the European Economic Community and was succeeded by John Major. This figure militarily defeated Argentina in the Falklands.
Margaret Thatcher.
Correct. Question 4. This author of Meditations on First Philosophy wrote a work concerned with principles of skepticism that identified the one statement he knew without doubt, discourse on method. For 1 point, name this philosopher who gives his name to the rectangular coordinate system and penned...
Descartes.
Descartes is correct. In addition to a journal of the plague year and Mole Flanders, this man wrote about a man who works as a planter in Brazil before taking to the sea and finding himself stranded on an island with a number of cannibals, including one he calls Friday. Defoe is correct. 5 questions in, students lead 3-2. Question 6. This conflict began when the Okinichis were fired upon by colonists, and after its aftermath, Charles II recalled William Berkeley to England. Jamestown was set alight at its height, and its namesake at 1 point controlled most of Virginia. For 1 point, identify this 1676 colonial uprising. Bacon's Rebellion is correct. Okay. Sorry about that. Question 7. The Knights of Labor were blamed for this event, while this event was precipitated by striking to shorten workdays by McCormick Reaper employees.
Haymarket Square, right?
Correct. Haymarket Square. Question 8. Along with Heisenberg, he helped develop the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics. For 1 point, name this Danish physicist.
Bohr.
Bohr is correct. We are tied 4-4. Question 9. This document ensured freedom of religion, and it was forced upon its signer by his barons. Signed in 1215.
Magna Carta.
Correct. Magna Carta. The mitral valve separates the left atrium and ventricle of, for...
The heart.
The heart is correct. Teachers lead 6-4. Question 11. In this novel, the mechanic Wilson is among those watched by... Great Gatsby is correct. Question 12. Reaction of dimethyl ether with carbon monoxide and water produces this compound, and this compound freezes to form large ice crystals, which is known as its glacial form. The second simplest carboxylic acid. For 10 points, name this weak acid with formula CH3COOH. Acetic acid is correct. This psychologist tested obedience to authority. That experiment, Milgram is correct. Question 14. On this album, one song ends with pacing footsteps after the sound of a plane crashing. That song is On the Run. Others include Speak to Me.
The Eagles. I'm sorry, Paul McCartney.
Incorrect. Others include Speak to Me, Brain Damage, Time, Us and Them, and one song with cash register sound effects. Dark Side of the Moon is correct. We're tied 7-7. Question 15. In this poem, a pilot's boy recounts his story to a hermit good and laments that his ship was trapped with no wind and water everywhere. Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner is correct. One quantity associated with these entities can solve linear equations with Cramer's rule. That quantity, the determinant, is equal to A times D minus... Correct, yes. Our score is 9-9. Good round here. 8-8. Well, I knew it was tied, all right. Whatever. 8-8 then, which makes sense. It's my question 17. All right, question 17. This country contains the tallest mountain in Europe, Mount Elbrus, and the deepest lake in the world by tall. The Ural Mountains divide Asia and... Russia's correct. The industrial process that produces this compound uses an iron catalyst, and this molecule is then used as a reactant for the Ostwald process, the result of nitrogen fixation and an important fertilizer, for 1 point, named as product of the Haber-Bosch process with chemical formula NH3. Ammonia is correct. Score is 10-8. Question 19. AZT is shorthand for an antiretroviral drug treatment of this virus, and it's on...
The AIDS virus? HIV virus?
I'll take HIV. HIV's technically. Anyway, question 20. This man wrote a novel featuring Stephen Dedalus in which he... James Joyce is correct. We're tied 10-10 with 5 questions remaining. Question 21. Given at the 1896 Democratic National... Cross of Gold is correct. Question 22. This faith's baptism comes from an iron bowl of water, and adherents of... Sikhism. Correct, Sikhism. 12-10, 3 questions remain. So the students can clinch it on this question. Question 23. The bond between 2 atoms is polar covalent if the difference for this value between them is greater than 2.6.
Electronegativity?
Electronegativity is correct. Question 24. Sonny Rollins proclaims himself the colossus of this instrument, and players of this instrument recorded the albums Something Else, Giant Steps, and A Love Supreme. For 10 points, name this single-reed woodwind instrument.
Clarinet.
Incorrect. Used by jazzmen such as Cannonball Adderley, Charlie Bird Parker, and John Coltrane. Saxophone is correct. And that's the end of the game. Students win 13-11.